Welcome back to the Anything Goes podcast, episode 4. We're going to have a hell of a time today. We're going to talk about all topics that just pop into my head and that pop in to the comment section below. If you want to comment, an idea, something to talk about, I'm going to talk about it. Alright, y'all, here we go. We're back at it again. Episode 4. Coming on the tails of talking about UFOs, fasting, everything. I think the one thing I haven't talked about, though, are psychedelics. Psychedelic drugs. And I'll tell you what. I used to not be a proponent of drugs. I used to think that they could cause serious addiction problems. And that's a legitimate concern. You can get addiction. It's dependence. It's dependence on a certain feeling or a certain outcome that you get used to and you're conditioned by it. And you want to keep pressing the button to get the pleasure. So that's drugs in a nutshell. You can get addicted to drugs as well because of the chemical makeup. It makes your body crave it. There are also different types. So, I mean, for me, I was really curious in psilocybin, mushrooms. And that was something I knew could be more of a heart opener for myself because I really needed that at the time. And I took mushrooms. I've done it twice in my life. I've been on this planet for 24 years. And so it really was a heart opener for me. The first time I did mushrooms was with a friend of mine, and we played music together, and it was very good. It was a good time. But it's because I did my due diligence before. I read about it, read about mushrooms. I read that you've got to create a container for your trip. So pretty much you've got to lay out the map of what you want on this trip. So when you take mushrooms, for instance, you should plan your work. Like if you're doing inner work or energy work or just using the creativity, using the emotion of it, because it's very emotional, because it opens you up completely to the universe, breaks down your barriers, breaks down your ego as well, so you have detachment. So your personality gets pushed away when you're doing mushrooms. So a mushroom trip is something you should prepare for, and by preparing, you should lay out the groundwork. Like, for instance, I'm about to take it. I say, on this trip, I'm going to open my heart, heal from past traumas that I've just recently gone through in relationships and whatnot, and I'm going to use this as an opportunity as well to make music and to have a good time and enjoy myself and be stress-free. And then you take it, and that is kind of a map, a groundwork you can lay out for your trip when you take mushrooms or psychedelic drugs. Well, that's the Anything Goes podcast, episode 4, drug trips. Hopefully this doesn't get dinged. Yeah, it probably won't. I think I'll be alright. Alright, thanks for tuning in to the Anything Goes podcast, and I hope y'all have a lovely, lovely day.